The Vision High School Sports Beat is brought to you by the 11 locally owned Vision Automotive Group dealerships, offering Buick GMC, Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Hyundai, Kia, and Nissan, and the resale division, with locations in Webster, Henrietta, Penfield, Fairport, Canandaigua, Ontario, and Palmyra, and online at visionauto.com. Hi everyone, and thanks for joining us. This is the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. Every week at this time we take a comprehensive look at sports in Section 5 in Monroe County, and we begin with our honor roll of high school teams, the top 3 teams of the just completed winter sports season. At number 3, the Pittsford Panthers ice hockey team, state finalists. Pittsford finished with a 24-1 record. Junior Andy Bronstein led the Panthers in scoring with 17 goals and 17 assists. Those are regular season totals. Added a goal and an assist in the sectional final against Fairport and got the game winner in the state semifinal against Messina. At number 2, another Pittsford team, Mendon girls basketball. The Vikings carried a 26-0 record into the state final, losing that championship game by 2 points to Jamesville DeWitt. Sarah Lyons led the way throughout a memorable year, averaging 17 points a game before suiting up to play softball for the defending sectional champs this spring. And at number 1, Irondequoit State Championship boys basketball. The first state title in that team's history, 25-2 on the year after losing in the Federation semis to Albany Academy. The Eagles had 4 averaging double figures in scoring, led by the ever-improving sophomore Gerald Drumgoole with 16 points per game. Which brings us back to the present, and a team that won Vision High School Sports Beat Team of the Year honors for 2016, the unblemished boys lacrosse team at Victor. What to do for an encore? Last year, the Victor boys lacrosse team left no goals unaccomplished. The Blue Devils completed an undefeated season with national ranking, a 3rd straight Section 5 title, and a 2nd straight state championship. All under 4th-year head coach Jim Andre.
Alexander, catch it high. Okay.
Realistically, we keep it in check because I told the guys this isn't like, a professional football team or baseball team or hockey where all of a sudden you have the same guys in your roster for 7, 8, 9, 10 years. High school, that's why we love high school sports. I mean, it changes every 2 years. It's an entirely new roster. And so these kids look at the fact that they're excited for the guys that have came before them, and without a doubt we have returning kids, but these kids they got to build a program themselves and make a statement for themselves.
We're just very passionate about the sport. The whole, town and community is just very passionate. We, love to play lacrosse. We'll do pickup leagues. You'll see guys come up here in the summer and just shoot for fun when they're hanging out. It's just something that we all, love to play.
Mitch Nowitzki is a senior once recruited by Virginia for lacrosse, but opted to play football for the University of Buffalo next year. His class has big shoes to fill. Victor graduated 4 All-Americans last year, including 2-time Player of the Year T.D. Erlin, now at Albany.
In most sports, if you are scored upon, you get the ball back. In football, you score on me, you kick off to me. If basketball, I score, you get the ball. Lacrosse is a funny game. You could score, and all of a sudden, if you have a great face-off guy, you get to score again. Last year, TD going 82% of the time. That means 82% of the time we're on offense. We got to figure that out.
It's obviously tough. They were a really talented group, but I hope with the talent we have here, I think we'll be a different team this year. So hopefully we pick off right where we left off.
How different? How so?
I think we're gonna have to grow a little bit more. We had obviously a lot of seniors last year who could carry the team with some experience, but I think just a lot of juniors are gonna have to step up this year, and some of the seniors as well are gonna lead the way.
Among those returning is TD's younger brother, Chase Erlin, the All-Greater Rochester goalie. Chase lost his entire year with the hockey team to injury, but the Cornell-bound junior is back ready to give it another go out here.
I guess I wasn't taking enough time on my own, so I guess my body told me this way to take some time off. So I mean, it was good. It was tough to sit out in hockey, but I'm ready to go for lacrosse.
This is the big one. I mean, as good as hockey is, really, the lacrosse season is the big one for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I love hockey just as much, but lacrosse season, I'm going to Cornell to play, so I'm looking forward to my future, but also the rest of the season here.
The varsity level is an entirely different level. Honestly, I'm not convinced that the lower levels are a great indication of success at the varsity level. I know our kids enjoy playing together in the summer, and I do like the fact that our younger guys learn how to play fast from the older guys, but make no mistake about it, the guys joining our varsity this year, they're going to have to pick up the pace if they're going to compete really well at the varsity level.
How good are these guys still? 11 have already accepted offers to play at college. From Loyola, Seton Hill, Fairfield, Cornell, Canisius, and Virginia, most secured well in advance. Despite missing all of last year injured, Alexander Mabbitt, still just a junior, knows he's headed to Johns Hopkins.
It happens during club ball in the summer, and it's a great opportunity, and I'm very thankful.
But you're a ninth grader and you're already thinking about college?
Yeah, it was a crazy decision.
Ordinarily, you'd consider this a rebuilding year, but not here.
We're going to try and reload this year. We've got a lot of kids who've had success at the younger levels, whether it's modified and JV, and now they're joining our varsity squad. And we have returning kids also, but to be honest with you, Bill, it's going to be a quick learning curve.
Victor opened the season last Saturday with a 10-8 win over Corning. The Devils' annual game against Pittsford is April the 27th. Coming up next, James Cannon of Brockport Track joins us in the Dunkin' Donuts Coach's Corner. And later, a record-setting pole vaulter prepares for the outdoor season when the Vision High School Sports Beat continues. With DD Perks, you get upgrades, like speeding past the line and a free beverage when you join. And the best part is that upgrade feeling, it stays with you all day. Experience the upgrade effect. Download the Dunkin' app and enroll today. Welcome back to the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. Time now for our Dunkin' Donuts Coach's Corner. Pleased to be joined by James Cannon, the track coach here at Brockport High School. James, we just saw you. You double up as the wrestling coach at Fairport. First there, you guys had quite the year, didn't you?
Yes. It was the thing coaches dream of. Kids really came together. They, as people like to say, bought into what we were trying to do, and their hard work really paid off.
And the we there is the really neat thing, because I mean, it's every father's dream. I mean, you coach alongside of your son.
Yes, yeah. When he was approached about the job, he kind of talked me into it, because I actually wasn't coaching at the time. So it's been quite the experience. Yeah.
Now, he's the head coach, and you're the assistant.
He's
How's
the head
that working out?
Well, he didn't fire me as much as he did last year. Last year he fired me 9 times.
Fired you?
Yes, this time only once, so we're good.
All right, that's progress. He's in the unique position as opposed to growing up. He got the last word here, didn't he?
Yes, he has the last word, and he absolutely loves it, having the last word. Yeah.
All right, that of course John Martin.
That's John Martin, yes.
All righty, but here at Brockport now, it's an unusual combination: track and field and wrestling. What's the genesis of that?
Well, when I was back in Michigan, some of the guys I work with asked me to come help primarily in the weight room, because at the time I was a very active power lifter, and they wanted to have somebody with some expertise, especially with the field people. And then some things kind of translated into the track, the sprints and stuff like that. So from there, it kind of morphed into kind of overseeing at the time the shot putters and some of the relays. So just kind of divvying up the work. But in the beginning, it was more, I was the weight person guy.
Okay, track and field always seems to be a near impossible job, because you probably need a half dozen coaches to do it right.
That is true. We've been lucky. Our AD, Chris Bourne and now Todd Haygreen, they actually saw the wisdom in us having at least 5 coaches, which allows us to spread out and divvy up the work. And so in practically every event, our kids are getting some kind of guidance and supervision and technique work, instead of just go out there and run or go out there and throw. And I think, especially with our boys right now, that's really paid off, because they boys won sectionals last spring, and just recently the indoors. sectionals.
Now, it strikes me there is similarities here in that, it's a very individualized sport within a team concept.
Yes.
How do you convey that?
Well, the big thing is even though you are an individual, you still have to have teammates. You're going through the same thing. They're there to support you. And when you're out there in that individual moment, not only are you trying to do the best you can, but especially in dual meets, you're doing it for the team. And that usually really comes through with the relays. Kids run faster than they ever have as opposed to individual race. So I think that concept does very, very similar to what we do with wrestling.
Yeah. Is being a good teammate just as important in those sports as it is, let's say, in a football team?
Yes, for different reasons. More to the point where on a football field, you're 11 strong and you're in that huddle and you're firing each other up. That's not the case with a sport like track and field. However, when you're running or when you're throwing, your teammates are right behind you, cheering you on and, picking you up if you feel a little down. So in that respect, as far as the motivation piece, I think we can find some similarities there.
Very good. Well, keep up the good work, James. Good to see you again.
Thank you. You take care.
James Cannon, the track and field coach here at Brockport High School. Coming up, we salute our Wegmans Making the Grade nominee with Kim, and later, Erica Ellis reaching new heights at Gates Chili. Literally, when the Vision High School Sports Beat continues.
Hello everyone, and thanks for watching the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Kim Burnson. It's time now for Making the Grade, brought to you by Wegmans. Wegmans is a proud supporter of Making the Grade, which highlights the accomplishments of Section 5 student athletes on and off the playing field.
This week we head out to Webster, where Gigi Vasile is making the grade. There's no doubt that Gigi gives 100% in everything she does. She's been a starter on the varsity lacrosse team at Webster Thomas since her freshman year of high school and was a first-team all-county selection the last 2 seasons. Gigi also stands out on the slopes, where she was crowned the alpine skiing state champion for the second time in 3 years this winter. On top of that, she was a 5-time state representative, 3-time league champion, and a Section 5 overall champ 4 years in a row. While training for each season and playing for a club lacrosse team, Gigi finds time to hit the books. She maintains a 95% average with a schedule full of AP classes. And due to her accomplishments both on the field and in the classroom, she'll be attending Duke University in the fall to further her education and continue playing lacrosse. For representing character traits of a true student athlete, this week Gigi Vasile is making the grade.
If you have a student in mind for our Making the Grade segment, we want your nominations. You can send them in to info@classywolf.com. Now here's Bill with the Fidelis Care Section 5 calendar.
Fidelis Care offers quality, affordable health coverage for children and adults of all ages at all stages of life. Quality health coverage. That's our mission. Call 1-888-FIDELIS or visit fideliscare.org. Here's a look at the week ahead. Monday brings baseball and softball games to your heart's content. You have 24 to choose from. On the softball field, Victor is at Penfield. That's Monday at 4:30. The boys tennis, Churchville Chili and that talented sophomore Ben Davis come east to play Sutherland. That's 4:30 on Monday. At CCR, it's boys golf. It's Brighton and Jason Lowater taking on HFL and senior Trevin Borish. The 3 o'clock tee times on Monday. Boys lacrosse, Pittsford at Canandaigua, Evans Field, 5 o'clock. That's Tuesday. And on the girls' side, HFL is at Victor, Wednesday at 5:30. That's the Fidelis Care Section 5 calendar for the week ahead. Coming up, the top individual performers of the winter sports season and reaching new heights at Gates when the Vision High School Sports Beat continues. Sign Impressions is more than just signs. It's a total graphics company. Embroidery, screen printing, team apparel, t-shirts, jackets, hats, and of course banners and signs. Visit signimpressions.com. Call us at 723-0420 to order your team or corporate apparel. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. For the Vision High School Sports Beat, I'm Bill Pucko. Our Honor Roll of High School Athletes is brought to you by the Injury-Free Coalition for Kids. The Injury-Free Coalition for Kids of Rochester and the Smart Teen Driving Program, funded by the Allstate Foundation, encourages teens to pay attention, not get distracted, and to drive safely. Here's our honor roll of high school athletes, the best from the just completed winter sports season at number 3. Alpine skier Gigi Vasile of Webster. Gigi claimed her second state downhill championship and 4th consecutive Section 5 title this winter. Vasile will attend Duke next year where there's not a lot of snow. She'll play lacrosse instead. At number 2, Brockport's Brandon Amthor led the Blue Devils to their first ever boys sectional swim title. Brandon claimed 2 individual events and led 2 relays to 2 more wins and had state qualifying times in every event. While at states, Amthor finished 3rd in the 100 free, 4th in the 200. He'll swim at SUNY Brockport next year. And at number 1, the amazing Sammy Watson of Rush Henrietta, who measures her accomplishments nationally. Watson established new high school records in the 600, the 800, and the 1,000 meters. That's an amazing career. For Sammy, that merely represented a few months. And now Sticky Lips Barbecue presents our Athlete of the Week. Is your high school looking to raise money? Sticky Lips Barbecue has you covered. Check out our community barbecue fundraisers. Sticky Lips quality is an easy sell. Visit StickyLipsBBQ.com for more details. She's broken records at every step through her high school career so far, which still has 2 years to go. Erica Ellis of Gates Chili is reaching new heights with no end in sight. She's the latest in a line of outstanding pole vaulters from Western New York, headed by Jen Sir out of Fredonia, to the current state high school indoor and outdoor record holders. Erica Ellis of Gates Chili fits right in.
I saw her when she was probably in 4th grade because her brother jumped with me when and he's a couple years older. And so she kept asking me if she could jump. I said, yeah, when you get old enough, you can start jumping. I didn't think much of it back then. But then when she was a 7th grader, she came on, and I go, okay, I'll give you a try. And then after that, it was all history. She's just been great every minute after that. So
Natural, you would say?
Oh, yeah. Natural athlete, and like I said, she's just a hard worker, and it's a lot of fun to be with her.
Erica first served notice when she broke the state indoor record for an 8th grader, held at the time by Warsaw's Karen Obel, with a jump of 10 feet 3 1/4 inches. Ellis likewise took the freshman mark for an Obel, breaking it 5 times, and topped the state mark for a sophomore 4 times over, including 3 times within a month, culminating in a leap of 13-1 at sectionals and RIT, a new Section 5 record. Notice a pattern?
I'm working hard for the breaking records. I'm really working hard for it. So.
What was the big one?
Last week I'm trying to jump 13.6 1/2. I'm pretty sure that's the New York State record. So I'm trying that.
So when you got past 13, when you cleared 13, that's a big moment, isn't it?
Yeah. I was just really happy over that hunch because now I know I can make 13, so I'm confident jumping it.
Much of the work done by a pole vaulter is in practice and preparation. To attempt to catch Ellis in action, you have to pay attention. She enters competitions late and often when everyone else has already posted scores, and attempts only near record heights. But it is worth the wait. This is a critical year for Erica. Warsaw's Obel stopped setting records after her first year. Ellis has grown into a sophomore, but she keeps getting better.
She's gotten a lot more consistent. Her jumping is a lot better. She's on bigger poles. She's stronger, faster, and it's just a pleasure this year. I don't even have to do anything. She just goes out there and does it herself.
You have to adjust to the fact that you're noticeably taller and bigger and stronger. Is that an adjustment too you got to do through a sport like pole vaulting?
Yeah, it is. You have to just when you get taller, you just keep progressing. Everything changes eventually. So.
Is it better being bigger?
It always depends on how you jump. It's always the person just progress through it.
Ellis has grown in other ways. Painfully shy a year ago, Erica's embracing the attention that comes with being a person of national acclaim. Are you getting more comfortable with the fact that you're an important person now and you're a big deal?
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I like pole vault. I'm liking what I'm doing.
Is it beginning to change your life? Because it's going to at some point.
Yeah, it is. Social media is starting to change that.
And you like it?
Yeah, I really like it.
We'd like to thank our sponsors, especially the 11 dealerships of the Vision Automotive Group. They make the Sports Beat possible, as do you. Thanks once again for watching. We'll see you next week with the Vision High School Sports Beat.